You are listening to the Inverted Creative Podcast. I'm Allison.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Jen.
Well, welcome back to another episode. I was about to say this might be our last episode of the year, but no, I guess we'll have one more probably.
No, I think we have one more before the end of the year. So you guys get us one more time before the new year.
This is our first full year of the podcast.
Yes. Very exciting.
We do have a fun guest with us for today for our interview, and we will introduce her in just a moment. However, I would like to introduce our newest, youngest little co-host, and it's my new kitten named Alpy, who's 6 weeks old.
Yeah, very cute. We need suggestions for a Talon name to call him, though, because Talon Cat's taken.
Talon Cat 2.
Talon Cat 2, very. That's fine. Just as creative as Top Thrill 2.
So yeah, so Nemi, my other cat, we call him Demon. So now I've just been calling this one the littlest demon.
Oh.
I don't know of another nickname for him. That's also a roller coaster. But yeah, the story behind him is so our friend of the podcast, Nate, who's been on with us for a few episodes, messaged our group chat last week. He's like, "Does anybody want a kitten?" And we're like, "Explain." But he rescued this little kitten out of the middle of the road in Indiana, near some farmland. So we think he was a former farm cat, and he just got a little bit too far away from home. And we had been looking for another cat, so now we have another cat.
And yeah, perfect little guy.
Tiny little thing. His full legal name is Alpengeist Alan Kinzel.
That's a lot for such a little guy.
So Nemi's full name is Nemesis Anton Sandor, so we kept a similar name scheme. Nate got partial naming rights because he found them. Alan in honor of Alan Schilke, but also it's Nate's middle name. So.
Oh, cute.
And I am currently quarantined in a room with him because he's not allowed with Nemi yet. But he's very cute, and I'm literally just playing with his paws while I'm recording.
Literally.
I can see that, but I'm just like, do.
He's just so precious. He's just like... He's very precious. We'll have to share a picture.
Yeah, I'll put a picture on Instagram if I remember to.
If I remember.
Never remember to be fair. Yeah, he is our newest little co-host. He probably will not make any cameos because he is very quiet and just silent meows.
That's okay. He's here in theory, I guess. Oh, in theory, it's...
No, theory. He is here.
He's here. I'm doing great.
He's not as vocal as Ahsoka.
Yeah, it's tough to beat though. Tough to beat.
Yeah, so he's our newest little co-host. He's here to help me. And by that I mean distract me.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. He has a coaster name, so...
Yes. Little Alpy.
Oh.
If we ever get an orange cat, the name will be Tally.
Yeah, perfect. And then all three will be Talon Cat.
If Alpy was a girl, there was a chance the name would have been Katie, short for Katoon in Italy.
Oh, it's a me, Talon.
But we'll see what happens if and when we get another cat.
You're just gonna have your little not little apartment, but you're just gonna have like your house for 2 people and then like 1 million cats. You've
all named after B&M inverts.
Yeah, you've literally crossed into this cat lady phase.
Listen,
Mike's crossed into the cat lady phase.
Oh, he's full on cat dad.
Yeah, he's full on cat lady.
I love it. But anyway.
Yeah. And we have no trip recaps this week at all. We've been having a very boring time. Not really a boring time. I haven't made it anywhere yet.
We just had Thanksgiving. I am enjoying 4 days off at home, not going to Europe this time. I have friends who've been going to Winterfest, but I've been staying where it's warm with a cat.
That's some Georgia girl stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to go to Hershey this weekend, but my friend that I was going with had some car trouble, so we decided not to. And I had some stuff to take care of, so it was a nice extra day to take care of that stuff. Yeah, did I talk about Sesame Place? Yeah, right?
I don't know. Did you get another snow ride on Vapor Trail?
I did not get another snow ride on Vapor Trail. We actually just got our first snow today. I don't think I did actually.
Oh, so we do have a trip recap.
Maybe. So I guess we do have a trip recap. So I did go to the opening day of Sesame Place's, I think it's called a Very Furry Christmas. That's what they call their Christmas event. Very cute. I think that park is so adorable. I actually went with my friend and her 11-month-old baby.
Oh, wow.
So we did the like character buffet lunch, and that they did like a Christmas opening dance and then came around and like met and all of the kids and took pictures. And then we did like just little meet and greet stuff. We rode the carousel. It's a very, for anyone who hasn't gone, that park is extremely tiny. And especially in the winter, there's like not, it's like half of the size. Like half of that park is the like splash pads in the water park area. So very, very tiny park. However, it made for the Christmas decorations. You were like completely engulfed with them. They were really beautiful. And then they also did like a tree lighting ceremony, like right at dark. They did this like Santa coming, he lit the tree, and then it was really beautiful because everything was kind of dark, and then they lit the tree, and the entire, like you turn around and the entire Sesame Place is lit up. So very cool opening to their night. And then saving the best part for last, 4 visits later, I have finally ridden Oscar's Wacky Taxi. I rode it like 4 times. All of my rides were in the back. And that thing is worth the wait. So definitely, if you can get there, I would recommend going. A little birdie has told me that they are trying to have it open much more than it has been previously at this point. So that's amazing to hear, considering most people have stories like me where you specifically go to that park and unfortunately it's closed. So it should be open a lot more, apparently. Fingers crossed. And well worth the ride. That thing is it's so little, but it's such an airtime machine. I was really, really shocked. And it's so smooth. It was like, I don't know. I was shocked. That thing packed such a punch. Have you ridden it, Allison?
Mm-mm.
Dude,
I've been there once, and it was closed.
It's literally the hardest credit to get. I think it might be a harder credit to get than Leap the Dips, and Leap the Dips isn't even open at this point.
I also don't have Leap the Dips.
I don't have Leap the Dips either. But yeah, you have Skyline, but not Leap the Dips. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, so I think that it is the hardest credit to get in Pennsylvania, but well worth it when you can finally get it. It's a really incredible little ride. I wasn't shocked because so many people have told me that it's incredible. But I was like for me to say that a Woody is fantastic.
True.
It's a good one. It's a very good one.
Now we just got to get you on Voyage.
Yeah. No. Maybe. No. I'm not going to come out of that thinking it's good. Probably.
We'll see.
I didn't think I'd come out of Thunderhead at Dollywood or Woden thinking it was good either, so. But I'm not a wooden coaster fan. Our listeners know that. I'm not a big wooden coaster fan. I have very select wooden coasters that I enjoy. So. Yeah, so I think that brings us to the end of our trip recap.
Actually, no, I was wrong. I did do a trip.
Well, I feel like we should introduce Anne so she can engage. We thought that we had no trip recap, so
I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, I did have a trip in there.
Yeah. So, guys, today, before we do Allison's side of the trip recap, we are going to introduce our guest today. Me and Allison are both extremely excited to have her on. And this is Anne from the Instagram account Books and Coasters.
Hi. I'm very excited to be here.
All right, so let's have Allison finish up her trip recap, and you're of course welcome to engage.
That's fine.
And then we'll introduce you a little more in depth.
I love that we both just like totally forgot we have trip recaps.
I know, we were like, do we have to hop on early and like do a pre-recording with trip recaps? And I was like, no, like I don't have anything going on. And she's like, yeah, me neither.
Completely forgot that I went somewhere like 2 days after we recorded last.
Yeah.
In that I went to Epic Universe again.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It was such a blur of a trip once again. So.
Yeah, well, because you also drove down and like overnight showed up at the hotel at like what 7 o'clock in the morning, and then showed up at the park at 9.
Something like that. We left work at as we just talked about Netherlands things being like an hour away from each other. We left work at 3:00 on Friday and drove 14 hours to Orlando.
My God.
Yeah. Well, we don't have the flights were not working out once again. So we just decided to drive again because Epic Universe is worth it. We got to Dockside at about 6 a.m. Checked into the hotel and our room was somehow ready. So I could have slept. I edited the last podcast instead while Mike slept for like 45 minutes. I slept in the car. It was fine. And then we stayed there so we could get early entry and get into the park early and use that to our advantage. So I think we rode Stardust immediately and then went over to Ministry. We met up with a few people. It was mostly we met up with Mikhail.
I did see that he had his camera. He was
he was doing I was doing Mikhail things. And then Mike's best man, Kyrie, and then Tifa and their little girl, Kennedy, who's like a year and a half old.
Oh, fun.
So it was a fun day. Just Mark from the Netherlands, if you know him, also met up with us.
Mark from the Netherlands.
We ran into a few other people too. But it was a good day. We were there open to close. I think we went back to the hotel partway during the day. There's a cat on my knee and it's too cute and I just got distracted.
Oh, he's so cute. So intensely cute.
Hi. We went back to the hotel partway through the day. It was a much more chill day. I know Mike went and rode Stardust more. Mikhail and I just kind of like hung out. He took some photos. I went back to the cafe in the Ministry area and had like a nice little French brunch, which was very nice.
Oh.
Had a lot of drinks during the day.
Their drinks are top tier at that park.
Did you have the pina colada from Celestiki?
No, I did not go to Celestiki. I'm not a huge rum person or like pina colada person. So I did not. I went to the like bourbon like barbecue place.
Yeah. So that oh god, now he's walking across me. We had heard about the pina colada, and so it was like a big frozen drink. Me and Mike split it, and it still knocked like both of us down. It was so strong. And we split that, and then we rode Monster, so that was an experience.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was a good day, eventful day, and then we went to Bar Helios again. I got the beef skewer, which highly recommend. It was so good. It was just a day of like food and drink for me.
Yeah, that's how we had a really like when we were there. So we were at Epic the weekend before. Allison was there, and our day was empty, like empty. So we got everything done with
nice,
pretty much no issue. So it was a very big food and drink day for us.
I enjoyed it.
I am dreaming of. I got this. So as many of the listeners know, I'm gluten-free, and we all wanted to go to Pizza Moon because Pizza Moon has incredible pizza. But I just was not feeling a gluten-free pizza. For anyone who eats gluten-free, you understand, like, pizza is not, I don't know, breads are, like, best to avoid, in my opinion, if you can. So, I got the salad that had, like, salami and cheese and pepperoncinis, and it, I don't even know what else. It was the best salad I think I ever had. I've been dreaming of it for, like, every single day since. It was so good.
I did Pizza Moon my first visit.
Yeah. So I've heard that the gluten-free pizza is really good. It's just like gluten-free pizza isn't really my thing. Um, but I've also heard that in the Ministry area there is a gluten-free baguette that is like to die for. And anyone saying the gluten-free bread's fantastic, I'm sold. Gluten-free bread is awful.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not good. So I think that's on my list for the next time. Good thing I have a lot of tickets for the next time I go.
I'm so jealous.
Me
I have
too.
14
Oh,
days.
such a bucket
of
list
tickets.
park.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful park, but it's definitely a good food and drink park.
Oh yeah,
for
that's
sure.
honestly just my favorite part about it.
I also, even on a busy day, like I do, attraction wise, there aren't like a crazy amount of attractions.
There's
I
not.
feel like you have to like food and drink throughout the day. Like at one point, we spent like an hour and a half in this bar. It was like raining, so we were like, we're not in any rush. Like, there's no reason to go run around in the rain if we don't have to. So we just sat down at this bar until it stopped, and we still had plenty of time to do everything we wanted.
Yeah, we knocked everything out in our first visit, minus like the 2 rides in How to Turn Burke or whatever that are not really what we're going for.
Yeah.
So it was just re-rides.
I wanted to get a lot of rides on Stardust, but that thing messed me up. That thing is a little crazy.
Yeah?
So
I think we got like 3 rides on it, I think.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like, I think it's more intense than Voltron.
It does not look that intense from the videos, but
I feel like, Allison, what do you think? You've ridden both too.
It might be. I don't know. There's some moments where it like is kind of slow, like on that turnaround.
Yeah, I feel like it's more intense because it's higher off the track and then it's only 2 seats on the track. So everything feels more exaggerated than on Voltron. Like, I feel like Voltron feels a little more smooth and everything feels a little bit more exaggerated because your heart line's so much higher.
The wing seats on Voltron might be more intense.
Yeah, I tend to avoid the wing seats on Voltron.
me too.
My head. But yeah, I think that it's pretty intense. I rode it when we first got there. I know I already talked about it. I had the best first ride ever. We literally 1 train away and it started pouring rain. Like a level of pouring rain that the people that came back to the station were soaked. So we split our group 2 and 2 and had pouring rain rides where we could like barely see each other in the 2 different cars. It was crazy. But after those 2 rides in a row, I literally was like sick. Like I had to go get I went and I sat down and had to I ordered French fries and we're like baby eating French fries, hoping that I didn't like lose it. I was like, oh, my stomach's not doing good right now.
Yeah, I didn't have that issue.
Yeah.
I did get a front row ride with Mikhail, I think on the green side. We were next in line and it went down for like 15 minutes, which was really annoying.
Oh, that is annoying.
Apparently like multiple rides in the park were down. Or it's like some sort of like software thing. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
It was something like that. Apparently there were other rides down, but
yeah.
no idea.
I almost missed the Yoshi ride when I was there. And I went running back like right at the end of the day. I was like, oh, hold on, I missed Yoshi.
There are worse rides to miss.
I wanted to ride it so bad. It's so cute.
It is cute.
Except my buttons were broken, so
No.
But it was cute. It was cute, that's fine. But I was like running back. I'm like, I want to go to Yoshi. Yeah.
Yeah, that was our trip. And then, drove 14 hours back home on Sunday. Stopped to visit my family in Jacksonville. Had a little meal with them again.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
It works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, how could I forget that I went to Epic?
Yeah, how? Oh my god.
It's been like, I guess, 3 weeks since we recorded, so.
Did you do Epic both days, or did you do?
Yeah, just one day.
And then what did you do? Did you drive home Sunday morning?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an all-day thing to drive home. And
Yeah,
then I'm back at work on Monday.
Yeah, I guess. Do you have season passes or
No.
annual passes anywhere down there?
No.
Oh, that makes more sense. I would have been like at Universal for this Sunday.
I'm also out of PTO for the year, and I don't have much for next year because of the honeymoon.
Oh, yeah.
Which officially booked flights for that, so that's exciting.
Yeah. How? Heck yeah. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, that makes sense. I would have at least like been running in, ride Velocicoaster, and leave.
I would if I could.
Yeah, I'm way too. The amount of times that I have like when I lived down there, I was like, I have to pass Universal, and I just like pop in, run in, do Velocicoaster, and then I'm like, well, now it's 12 instead of like 9. Oops.
Oopsie.
Yeah, but
I think that's it for trip recaps now.
yeah, I think that's it too. We really didn't think we had any. Yeah, but we'll have maybe some.
I don't. I'm supposed to go to Kings Island next weekend for Winterfest. We're doing a Friendsgiving next weekend.
I think I'm going to make it to some kind of holiday next weekend. I have low light film in my camera that I want to get rid of, so I will be somewhere for holiday lights in my film camera. So,
well, that's a good segue into photography.
Yeah.
And our guest.
Perfect segue. So, now we'll make it into our actual portion of the episode. So as I stated before, we have Anne with us.
Hello.
Yeah. Like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, so I'm Anne. I have my Instagram account called Books and Roller Coasters. I've been doing it for a little over 4 years now. I'm in my 5th year at this year. So there's an anniversary coming up. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but probably something. And yeah, I am based in the Netherlands, and I don't travel around that much, so I mostly visit parks in the Netherlands, in Belgium, Germany, and I hope to expand a little bit more into France also, but I don't know when yet.
Yeah.
Soon.
I mean, I feel like the Netherlands, Germany, and Belgium, you've got some really solid selection.
I know.
I'm very jealous.
Yeah, they're like some of my favorite parks.
Yep, we know.
Yeah, you guys don't. Yeah, I don't need to tell anyone on the podcast.
No, but Efteling is just top tier. It's just, yeah. That's just waiting.
Oh.
Yeah, Allison has not been to Efteling yet.
No, not you have not been?
No, I've been to a lot of European parks, but have not made it to Efteling yet.
Yeah, I was like so excited. I got back and I was like, we could do an Efteling deep dive. And she's like, no, we can't.
Like, you and Bryant can.
I was like, I assumed you have been there. No.
I kind of vaguely mentioned in our group chats, I'm like, does anyone want to do a weekend trip to like Efteling and Toverland?
Wait, me? I'll do it.
The issue was still, money and time off. We are spending a lot of money next year, so.
I found a really cheap flight to the Netherlands in January, and I was like, I sent it to Joey, and I'm like, what if I just went? And he was like, I can't go to the Netherlands that weekend. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't ask you. Like, it's like, what if I go to the Netherlands?
I didn't say we.
I know, I was like, what if I just pop into the Netherlands?
I can do it.
Yeah, I'm like, we can go to Efteling and Toverland. Probably mostly Efteling.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if they. I think Toverland will be closed after the holiday
Oh,
season. Yeah, they don't open year round yet. I think maybe I'm wrong, but
yeah. I also Toverland's the one with Condor. No,
where's
is that Wallaby? Is which has Condor?
Condor? Oh, that's
The
Walibi.
SLP?
Oh, Wallaby. Okay, so I could go to Toverland, but I really need to go to Wallaby with Joey for the first time because I need to roast him. He rode that ride like 222 times in 24 hours for some
What,
fundraiser.
Condor?
Yeah,
No.
I was like,
Oh my god, no, that's a headache machine.
yeah, I have no idea how he did it. He was like 19 and rode it to. There's literally an article where he's holding a sign. 222
Oh my
rides.
god.
Crazy.
I'm like, my head hurts thinking about this.
I'm glad he survived.
Yeah, like, how is your head even still on your body?
Yeah.
I wrote it once and that was enough.
Yeah, he was in, I mentioned this before, but he was in Bryant's Europa Park video, like when I surprised Bryant at Europa Park, and someone commented and was like, oh my god, that's Joey the Condor guy. He rode Condor over 200 times. It's like the dumbest fact ever, and I think it's so funny. Like, this says a lot about your judgment. Like yeah. Yeah, so I have to Toverland I could go to, but I think I have to be able to roast him the entire duration of being at Wallaby.
Well, Walibi
I
has
would
some
love to do
solid
that.
rides. It's not the nicest park, but it has some solid rides.
Yeah, I expect a Six Flags park.
Yeah, yeah. It is former Six Flags, so
Yeah. So
It felt very former Six Flags walking through
yeah,
it. And also the fact that they have a Goliath.
yeah, they do.
yeah. Is Goliath the Rock and Roller Coaster clone?
No, that's
No.
Express.
Express. Yeah, that one had a couple names, so I don't never remember.
It had been Superman the Ride.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a former Six Flags park.
Yeah.
But yeah, Efteling. I just want to go back to Efteling. I always want to go back to Efteling.
See, I'm exactly a year out from our little Thanksgiving weekend trip to Europa. Like, I was at Europa a year ago today, and all of us in our group chat are just like, we need to do another Thanksgiving trip this next year. So maybe that's when we do Efteling and Toverland.
Oh, yeah, because the Netherlands and Paris, I think, are like the cheapest to fly over
Yeah,
from the East Coast. So,
we'll see.
yeah. Well, I might be joining you guys. I really, really like the Netherlands.
Honeymoon comes first, and that's going to be pricey. So,
yeah, true.
I reckon.
Yeah.
2 weeks in Europe. Whoops.
It'll be worth it. And
It
they chose Energylandia over Efteling. Oh wait, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on the podcast. Sorry. I don't know if it's a secret where you're going.
No.
Oops.
I've talked about it before, I'm pretty sure. Mike's never been to Energylandia. Well,
I would always choose Efteling, but I've not been to there yet, so
they count credits like pretty intensely. Like she's at like 800 credits.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so given 19 credits versus like 4 for them, I think it's a pretty easy choice.
Yeah, I can understand if you're really a credit hunter like that.
Yeah,
I'm not that much of a credit hunter myself. No,
me neither. I'm very big on experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would go back to the same park 15 times and miss credits still. If that park has really good vibes and good experience. Like Efteling, I'll go back a million times over. It has like 5 credits, and that's fine. Before I ever go to Energylandia, that's just like credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to frequent a lot of the same parks. Because that's also like where you get the best of them. Like Europa Park, I feel like my first like 4 or 5 days there were so like go, 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 go that I couldn't really enjoy the park for everything the park has to offer. And now like that park just has so many like chill, relaxing things to do. Like it's just such a good variety. I really like that park is like a huge, I don't know, like it grew on me the more I was there.
Hmm. Yeah,
It was
I
already,
only been there like once, like last month, and I was really overwhelmed the 2 days we were there. Because it's
yeah,
so
so that
much.
feeling goes away. And then like I've had days where we've literally just like brought a blanket and sat out on the grass by the train and just like had beers and like waved at the train going by, and then like maybe we would go and ride, like I call it basement dino ride. Like maybe we would go and ride the dino ride, maybe hop on Voltron real quick and then like just hang out, and like the vibes of the park are really good, but it's too overwhelming those first couple of
Yeah.
days. It's like there's so much.
Yeah, so much rides, but also food options. There's so much to experience. We did not do any show at all. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was just not enough time. Yeah, but I did see a lot of the real tranquil places, like the really, like with the trees and not that much people around. It was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the parts like I work like as long as I have my laptop, I can really work from anywhere. And I have like favorite spots. I'll literally like show up to the park right at opening. Maybe I'll ride something and then I'll sit down with my computer and work. Or like I'll sit if I'm not working and Joey's working, I'll like bring a book and I'll just sit and read a
And
book.
where would you
And like
sit there? What is your favorite place there?
I have a couple places I really love. One of my favorites to sit and read is like in the Croatia area, which seems really
Uh huh.
small. There's right outside of Voltron, like as you're walking into Voltron, on the right, there's like this little secluded seating area and then steps up to the Greece area.
Oh.
And other than the people going up and down the steps, no one really sits in that little cove. I really like it in there. I also really like the upstairs of the coffee shop across from
Mhm.
Voltron. No one's ever in there. It's very quiet, so you can just sit there and chill, have a coffee, watch Voltron. Um, I also really like in Iceland
Mhm.
area, not Iceland. I think Iceland, where Snorri
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's it's also like the best known secret in the park. Um, they have a real espresso machine in the fish place
In the fish
there.
place.
It's like, yeah, so in the fish restaurant across from
Oh
Snorri,
yeah, yeah.
like behind these fish sandwich place, they have an actual espresso machine and it's a coffee shop. But then you can like go upstairs and they have this, you have to get there right at opening because it gets like very busy, but they have this little patio that overlooks the rapid ride and like that whole section and Blue Fire.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have,
So I like those
they have a lot of
spots.
spots like that.
Yeah, it's like you have to like go into restaurants, look around. There's also in like the Greek restaurant, if you go into one of the rooms there, um there are like awnings that overlook the walkway to Voltron. So they're a little more chaotic, but very like very nice because no one really goes up there. And in I have so many. There's in the Switzerland area, all of the upstairs
Yeah, yeah,
sections
yeah.
have
I read
seating.
about those too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like those, and then there's also a little hut. If you it's only like one family can sit in there, but there's like one little hut and it has charging ports, light, it's like nice and warm, and you can look, there's a little window over the bobsled.
Mm.
So it's just like very quiet and secluded. Um yeah, there's a lot of really hidden spaces in that park that you just have to like walk around and open doors and like yeah, that's part of what I love about that park though, because if you do take the time to like not ride anything in adventure, I feel like they encourage exploration. So it's like you're opening doors that like at Disney, it's like if a door is closed, you're not going to go into the door. But there's like if you open doors there, there's animatronics, or you open a door and there's a whole entire hidden room that you can hang out in, or like it's just a very different vibe.
Yeah, that's really cool. I could not really appreciate that the time I went, but now that you talk about it,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to a next time.
Yeah, definitely. I think that that park needs 2 or 3 days so you can
Mhm.
build that time in. Um, and then um once you have the time to have just like chill experiences, that park completely transforms.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
we're doing great.
So we'll see how I end up editing this, but full disclosure, apparently I froze completely for a while. And I had no idea because I could still see and hear both of them, but they could not see or hear me.
Yeah, we couldn't hear anything, unfortunately. I was just waiting for her to come back, and she did not come back.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was an issue until Jen was like, I'm going to go ahead and text her and see what's up. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean?
She just thought we were ignoring her input.
So that's fun. And I totally forgot where we were, but we'll go from here to back to talking about Anne and her Instagram page. Not
Yeah.
Europa Park.
Yeah, we got sidetracked a little bit. So yes, let's talk a little bit more about the Instagram page, how you got started. Yeah.
Well, it actually got started with a book. I, I I have it here with me. I was working in a bookshop at that moment, like 5 years ago. I've been working in a bookshop since I was a student. I haven't.
Cool.
I don't work there anymore. Very sad. It was a nice place to work. And then I was just laying out some books, and I saw a book. I have it with me here. It's called Achtbaan Tester. In English, it's called the Roller Coaster Tester, and you can see it has a very big yellow Vekoma SLC on the front of it, and I was like, wow, that's cool. A book with a roller coaster. So I started reading it, and it was a really nice story too. And then it kind of clicked like, wait, so you can combine books and roller coasters. How will that turn out when I make pictures of it? And I just started taking them with me on trips, I guess, yeah. And that's how it all started rolling.
That's great. Do you like how do you pick which books are coming with you on a trip? Like do you plan out the pictures? Do you have like
Well, in the beginning, I really wanted the pics of the books to be really perfect. Like, so I really consciously looked at what books fit, not thinking about if I liked the book, or I just got it and I just tried to read it and I made a picture of it. But later on, I just discovered that I also really like reading, and I want to read books that I like. So the aspect of taking the books is not that very perfectionistic anymore. So it can be a theme or it can be a color scheme. Sometimes just a bit of a vibe. Like my last trip to Efteling, I just took some dystopian books. They don't really fit with Efteling, but the pictures turn out pretty good. So it can fit. I can make it fit.
yeah, that's true. I liked those pictures a lot. Like the book stacks on the mushrooms. I liked those a lot.
Yeah, I really thought for that picture, I just needed something red. And I know the mushrooms are scattered all over the Sprookjesbos, so that was just instantly in my head. I do plan out the pictures because I take 4 to 6 books with me per trip. Sometimes I plan them out. I plan all of the pictures out. But most of the time there are like 2 or 3 books that I'm like, oh, I don't know yet. Let's just see.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Do the parks inspire the books, or do the books inspire you to go to certain parks? If that makes sense.
Ooh, oh God. Well, I
Or is it a
read
little both?
more books than I go to parks, so it goes a little bit both ways. Sometimes a part of a park or a roller coaster inspires me to pick a certain book, but most of the times it's the other way around. So I read a really nice book and I think, oh, I want to picture it, but where? And then I try to find a good shot.
Nice. I know there was one that like I saw. I forget. I'm scrolling through Instagram right now. I want to say it was like maybe Condor, where like the colors matched perfectly to the book. Do you ever like look at a book and be like, "Oh, that looks like that roller coaster"?
Oh yeah, yeah. All the time. Especially with color schemes. Yeah. Yeah, or areas of a park, Walibi is really loud with colors. So Walibi is really nice. Walibi Holland is really nice to take books, even though it's not my favorite of parks, but it's so screaming colors, So there's a lot of really colorful books that I can just take there, and I know it's going to be nice.
Former Six Flags Park Problems. It's just very bright.
Yeah, very bright.
Yeah, there's nothing but blacktop and bright random colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it goes both ways. But yeah, I read a lot, so sometimes I wait taking a book somewhere because I just want it to be perfect, and sometimes I'm like, okay, I just want to take it now, and I will figure out a way to make a picture of it.
What kind of books do you typically read? Like, what are your favorite genres?
I used to be like really fantasy-ish. I did read a lot of fantasy this year, but not like your typical like very popular ones. The romantasy genre is really popular. Well, that's not really my thing. I think I prefer like the older fantasy or the older sci-fi. And when it comes to like newer books, it just has to be something that touches me in some way or form. Sometimes I pick a book up and I'm like, okay, I don't feel anything. It's kind of boring, or then I would just put it aside and pick up another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But I like stories that are somewhat unique. Like Jen, you told me you liked Fahrenheit 451, if I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
I looked into it and I just picked it up right away, and I really loved it.
Yeah, it's an incredible book. For any of our listeners, it's my favorite book ever. I read it at least once a year, and it's so good. Yeah, I was so happy when you told me you read it and that you loved it. It's like,
yeah, I have a really nice copy too. I just found a secondhand one, and it has like a not so typical design on it. I really like this one.
yeah, the covers to them, they did come out with a movie of it. It's not a good movie at all. It does not relay the story very well, in my opinion. And other than the movie covers, that book always has incredible covers. There was a point in time where I had like 5 different copies of it because I wanted all the different covers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of them, and it was my favorite. Unfortunately, they are no longer with us. They have burned, which is really like it's really a
what they
like,
oh no
ironic.
Burned.
Yeah, so I always our listeners, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the podcast. So all of my books used to be housed at my parents' house in their like old house, and luckily this happened in my bedroom because I didn't live there. But my parents' house had caught fire because of old wiring, and everything in my bedroom was destroyed, including all of my copies of all of my physical books.
Oh no.
Which is really ironic for Fahrenheit 451 that so
Yeah.
many copies were destroyed. But yeah, so they unfortunately burned.
Terrible.
But it's fine. We had 5 animals, and I always say this. We had 5 animals. All of our animals were okay. My room got the worst of it, and I didn't live there. It was just like stuff I had in storage. It could have been 1,000 times worse. If
Right.
the worst thing out of it is that I lost my books. I think that yeah, I think that is okay. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but ironic for those copies to be burned.
Yeah, which is it's very ironic. And I had like 5 or 6 copies, and I had some really like limited edition copies because I literally any unique copy of that book I could find, I bought it.
Well,
That's how
now
much.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
Yeah, I actually do not have a physical copy of that book anymore. I just bought my first physical. The fire happened 8 years ago now. And I actually switched to paperless, which I know is like some of the worst things to say to book lovers. I switched to a Kindle because I had this whole big, giant, beautiful collection of books that I was really attached to, and all of them were gone in an instant. So I switched to paper copies of books, and then there's this little tiny bookstore near my new house. It's called Wellington Square Bookstore in Exton, Pennsylvania. And I walked into that bookstore, and it made me fall in love with physical books again. So I actually bought my first physical book since the fire a year and a half ago. And now I have a nice little collection again. Not as big, but it like made me fall in love with paper books again. So I do not have a copy of that one yet again, but I do now have another collection growing.
As a publisher, this makes me happy to hear.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a reason. I spent so much money on books over the years, and like they were all gone in an instant. And it also like I do still love the e-reader for some things. It's really nice to only have like if you're carrying a purse, it's one small tablet as opposed to like a large book. So they still have benefits, but I have made my way back to some paper copies. So yeah.
I used to read a lot on my phone too. And I read a lot of audiobooks too.
Yeah.
I really like those.
I like audiobooks, like especially when you have a good narrator. They can be really good. Yeah. I'm not as into
the only audiobooks I do are like memoirs and like biographies, like read by the author. It's like a lot of celebrities. Because then I just feel like they're telling me their story.
Yeah.
I really like the I don't listen to a ton of audiobooks, but the Ahsoka audiobook, which if anyone's Star Wars fans, the Ahsoka novel is fantastic. I recommend it to everyone. I think I'm a huge fan of Ahsoka, and the book is fantastic. And the audiobook is narrated by Ashley Eckstein, the original voice of Ahsoka. So
that's cool.
I love listening to her. I love listening to her anyway. I think she's an incredible person. But it's really nice to have Ahsoka actually being read by Ahsoka. So
yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I figured an Ahsoka audiobook would just be your dog barking.
Yeah, you would think. You would think. Yeah. She's asleep right now. I don't know how much barking we're going to get out of her. So. But yeah, so that's a good one. Fahrenheit 451 is...
I've not read it.
I've told Allison to read it multiple times.
I don't... Ironically, I don't read a lot right now because all of my like book time is dedicated to actually like designing the books.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of like books on the side that I've been reading lately.
What is your kind of genre?
I love like young adult urban fantasy, dystopian kind of stuff. That's what I typically read and write. I did a little bit of sci-fi. I was reading the Expanse series for a while, but then I just kind of fell back on reading and never finished it. But
Yeah.
I love a lot of like the mainstream stuff, like Maze Runner, Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games is good. It's
Yeah.
just good.
Yeah.
Apocalyptic kind of stuff I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you read Annihilation?
No, I've not heard of
Oh,
that.
Annihilation's a really good one.
All right, let me Google.
I
They made
haven't
a
yet.
movie. Yeah, they made a movie of it too, which was also pretty good. The book was better, but um, yeah, Annihilation's a really good one.
I've only seen the movie. It was pretty trippy.
Yeah, the book is trippy too. Like it's very, but I only recommend the first one. I read the second and the third one, and they're not as good, but the first one is very cool.
But is it like then is it a closed up story, or do you have like loose ends in the end? Because it's a series, right?
Yeah, it's a series, but it's perfectly fine to read the first one and like you get enough of an ending and enough of a finish. There's not like there wasn't much of a desire to read the second one and the third one. And then when you actually go to read them, they're not as good. I don't think I feel like they're kind of like the Jurassic Park series where it's like they could have become a series depending on how good the first book was, but then the rest of it's not really good because it wasn't designed to be a series. I don't know if that's the case, but it feels similar.
Yeah, for Jurassic Park, that's the case.
Yeah, exactly.
It was not designed to be a series.
And that's how it feels with Annihilation, because the first one can stand alone very well, and then it feels like you're kind of like backtracking on things in the other stories. So it feels very similar, like we're backtracking to make it a series after the fact because it was popular. So
about Jurassic Park, I really wish somebody would take the book to Velocicoaster. I think I've asked it one time on my Instagram page if someone could please take a copy to that coaster because it belongs there.
I do know. So one of my friends, anytime we're at a park, he will bring a book that's related to that coaster and generally take pictures with the coasters. So he does have one like in front of the Mosasaurus roll, reading Jurassic Park, and he'll do like I can't think of any other specific ones, but he will like specifically pick the books based on the park that we're at.
Who's that? Because I haven't seen it.
I don't know if he has like an explicit Instagram account for it. His name is Ricky. Jen, I don't know if you've met Ricky at all.
I don't know if I have either. We can also like I'm in Florida all the time. If you would like, we can collab on one and
I took a
get one
picture
on your
of
page.
I took a
Oh,
picture
that
of
would
my
be so
book
nice.
Velocicoaster. I don't know if that counts, but
You took one what?
of my book in front of Velocicoaster.
That
Yeah.
also counts. Yeah. I love collaborations because I would love to go to America, but it's not in the foreseeable future that I'm coming over, unfortunately. But I love to do collaborations.
I'm seeing if I can even find that picture. I don't remember when I did it. It was probably shortly after my book came out.
Yeah, it's Velasco. I'm at Universal all the time, so and I think I actually don't. I think I have that on my Kindle, not on.
What, my book?
No, the
Or
Jurassic Park. But that's one of my favorite books, so I would happily have a paper copy of it. It's like some of my favorite books. I try to limit my paper copies to my favorite books.
Me too. With the copies that I keep, because I buy a lot of books, but I don't keep a lot of them.
I wish I could do that. I'm a hoarder. I hoard books. Like if I purchase the book and I have it, unless I gift it, unless it's like not my favorite book and I gift it to someone and don't care if it gets returned, then I'm fine. But I'll keep books even if I only read them once. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know why. I'm like very attached to my books. That's why I have like at this point I have no reason to have these like really children's books, but I literally have like Dutch Peppa Pig books and Dickie Dick books, and like at this point I don't really have any reason to have these books other than every once in a while I'll torture Joey and be like, "Do you want me to read you a book in Dutch and read him like Peppa Pig?"
Yeah, but Dickie Dick is iconic. Come on.
I love Dickie Dick.
I think we have a plushie of Dickie Dick somewhere, but I don't know where. It's somewhere in the house.
Dickie Dick is the book that I used to like practice my pronunciation at first. So I like some of them like at this point I have memorized. Like I have this like through the seasons Dickie Dick book, and the first one is called Redencrables, and I know like the first 3 pages without even looking at the story. Like sometimes I'll be like, Joey, do you want me to read you a story, and just start reading it without even going and get the book. Like it's so bad. But yeah, like I can't get rid of it because I'm like I'm a hoarder. I'm like I can't. Like I was reading it, now I have to keep it forever.
Allison, do you know what Dickie Dick is?
No clue.
He's a little orange cat. Wait, I have his book right here.
Well, I think it's a chunky orange cat.
He is. He's a fat orange cat. Look.
It's cute.
Yeah, he's a fat. I also have a lookbook with Dickie Dick. So my friends Sarah and Taylor were going to see Joey, and they were in the Netherlands, and they were going to see Joey in like Belgium, and I was like, can you guys pick me up books? Like, and I told them, I was like, I need like young child like chapter books, and they came up with Dickie Dick. So now I just have this, but I won't get rid of it because I hoard books.
No, it's just too cute. Children's books are too cute. Too cute.
Yeah, I really enjoy my Dickie Dick book.
This whole time, I was looking for that picture that I took of my book in front of Velocicoaster.
Oh, yes, I love this. Yeah, this is great.
So, it's not Jurassic Park, but it's at least, it was my book in front of my
It's so cool. Yeah, if you want, I can feature it if I read it. Because I've started reading your book.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I will do a cheeky little review of it. And
I would love that. I don't know if there's any like fire-related coasters that you could take a picture of it with, but
yeah, Joris and the Draak.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I had the opportunity not literally now that I think about it when I rode Fireball this summer, but
Fireball,
because I made that a milestone because I love fire. So I went and rode Fireball for my 700th coaster and then took a shot at Fireball outside of the park in honor of it. And I could have had my book if I was more forward thinking enough.
That would have been really smart. It would have looked good.
It would have looked great. But no, I did not think about that.
What the heck? I
was also like 2 days off of a Europe trip and I was very jet lagged and was not thinking.
Well, another reason to return, right?
Yes. I probably won't end up back at Fireball because that's very out of the way for a not great coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. I told you, Allison, they have a lot of credits. Like a lot of credits. They do very like that's where we left off on the episode because I was like, they are like credit people. So they're gonna pick Energylandia for all the credits versus Efteling for the 5.
No, I think there's a lot of parks in that region that we still want to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we would turn that into its own trip at some point.
Yeah. You know you also want the credits.
I have the credits. It's more for Mike.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I guess I did know that you had the credits.
Yeah, I've been there.
Did you have that picture with, isn't that where you have the picture of Jack doing a handshake or like the video of you guys doing a handshake?
We did that at a lot of parks, to be fair.
Oh, okay. I think I remember.
But there's the picture of me
really cute.
drinking a bottle of wine on a trampoline under Zadra.
No, I had no idea that existed. That's iconic.
Please stand by. I will find because it's one of my favorite photos.
That's amazing.
You
It
have
is
like all the
definitely not a great
credits.
night, but
You have all the credits in Energylandia.
I was there before the 2 new ones in Honey Harbor opened.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. I don't know why I didn't think about it. Oh, that's a great picture. That's great.
Yeah. Looking forward to reenacting that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but married.
Yep. We're trying to get some friends to join for that part too. Because it's at like the tail end of the honeymoon, so
Oh, that would be fun. That would be really fun.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I derailed because all of a sudden I was like, wait, this is what we were talking about because the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that you were really like credit hunting, and Jen and I are more like vibes people.
I mean,
Yeah.
I still go for vibes for a lot of them.
Yeah, but would you go to Europa Park 32 times in a season instead of visiting a new park for credits?
If I could. If I lived there, yeah.
Me drinking my
Once I
beer.
get the credits, I vibe more. Like
Yeah.
my Epic Universe
Yeah,
trip.
yeah. I reckon. Yeah.
And I will always skip a kiddie coaster to ride something that's more fun.
Yeah, valid. I will too. Except if it's P Flyers, then I'll steal a child and ride. I need to one day. Yeah. All right. Well,
We can get back to our guest. This is
yeah.
conversational interview.
We keep derailing. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
We have very similar interests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about your favorite genre. We talked about the start of books and coasters. So, what was the start of you as a coaster enthusiast?
That was the very first time I went to Phantasialand. I think it was 2018. Well, I did like theme parks a lot when I was a kid. Growing up, I went to Duindrail lots, to Walibi when I was a teen, and Efteling, all those parks. And I did like roller coasters in particular also, but I did not know there was such a community around it. So in 2018, I went to Phantasialand with my boyfriend, now husband. And we went kind of on a whim, not really reading a lot about it. I only knew there was Taron, but Taron was closed for a big portion of the day. So we were a bit like, okay, now what? And it's like a labyrinth over there. So we were like, okay, where do we have to go? I don't know. But at that moment, there was like a really huge poster that was announcing Fly. And I was looking at that poster and I was like, what is that? What are they going to build here? Like, it was all about flying, and I was like imagining how. I did not know how they could reenact that feeling of flying.
Yeah.
So, and then at the end of the day, Taron opened and it rained like cats and dogs, and it was really overwhelming ride. But I was like, oh my god, coasters are really cool. So after that trip, I went online and was trying to look up all information about Fly, and then I found forums and people on social media, and then of course COVID hit, so I could only scour the internet about roller coasters. So that's kind of where it started off, just being on the internet and finding all those creators and forums and finding all about Fly, because I still had no clue how they would do that flying thing. So I found out there were other flying coasters over the world, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So
Yeah.
deep dive into manufacturers, all the works.
It sounds very familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very familiar. And have you been on any other flying coasters from Fly?
No,
No.
still not yet. No,
Yeah, but that's
no.
probably for the best. I have not been on Fly, unfortunately, but that's probably for the best. They're kind of like imagine a B&M invert, just even more intense. Like take the most intense B&M invert and it's like doubled.
Yeah, is it really that intense?
Yeah, they're like
Mhm.
I have felt my chest crush under me in ways that I didn't even know was safe for my chest to crunch under me, especially rest in peace, but especially on the Vekoma Flying Dutchmans.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those don't really look really smooth.
Yeah, I'm very sad that they're no longer here, but
Mhm.
that was like I
Those
remember getting off of that
strings.
and I was like, thank goodness that I am alive.
And what about Galactica? That sounds like a good.
Galactica was very different of a sensation because it's more like graceful and
Yeah.
you're on your back more often than a lot of the other flyers.
Hmm.
Because
Oh, I
most
don't
of the
know
other
about
flyers, you're like, most of the other flyers, obviously, you're like face down looking at the ground. But yeah, Galactica is a lot more on your back. It's very interesting.
Hmm.
I think that would be better because like I know it's not as natural of like a flying position like they're trying to emulate, but a lot of where the intensity comes in the flyers is when you're facing the ground and then go into dives. Like
Hmm.
that is such an unnatural, like, yeah, the zero G rolls and heartline rolls, things like that weren't as intense. They were specifically when you're facing down and go into a dive.
Yeah,
Hmm.
pretzel loops.
Pretzel loops, yeah, the pretzel loops might be like the most intense thing that I've ever experienced in
Hmm.
my life.
It's weird.
Yeah, they are like, for me at this point in my life, they are like a skip almost every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
like a little bit too crazy for me. Um,
I mean, I'll still ride it.
I'll ride them every once in a while. But also it's like there are parks with like not great operations.
Yeah.
So it's like 6 or 7 minute dispatches and I'm like not worth it. I will I will see you guys later.
Galactica had good ops. I will give it that. I
Where's
think so.
Galactica?
Alton Towers.
Okay. I feel like Alton Towers, I haven't heard bad things about their ops, so that makes sense.
No, it seemed pretty solid when we were
Yeah.
there.
I feel like Tatsu is probably similar. Tatsu, that's a flyer, right?
Yeah.
I'm making sure that's not the. I was like, I know they have an invert too. I'm getting all mushed together. The B&M inverts are also like what I consider in my Talon group, and now I don't remember which are flyers and which are inverts. um, I hear Tatsu's are ops are pretty good too, which makes it a little better. But I'm like, I can go get a beer in this 10 or 15 minute operations that you guys are gonna sit through.
Yeah, fly is kind of weird. Like the first time I wrote it, I was like, okay, is that it? I don't know if I like this, but like the second time, you just have to really relax into the harness, and then it's really good.
I
Yeah,
love Fly.
I
I
want to
love
Fly
ride
is
it.
really really nice. Yeah.
I
I want
love
to ride it so bad.
I
A
love
year
Terran
ago,
more, but
what's that?
I love Terran more, but I still love Fly.
Yeah, at the time that I went, I was glad out of all three of like the big hitters there that Fly was the one that was closed, but like I want to ride it so bad.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should
I'll
go.
make it back there eventually
Yeah,
to
right.
ride
She'll
it.
make it back.
I also really need to ride Terran not in the middle of the winter. Like I want to ride that when it's moving its quickest.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Terran girly too. Like that's my shirt.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. Yeah, Terran is just like such an incredible ride.
I love it. It's all about the vibes and the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Obsessed with the soundtrack.
Hmm.
Not like I've ever mentioned that on the podcast before or anything, but
Yeah.
I think I will only take Viking books there because other books don't fit the vibe. It's just
mhm.
like that
Yeah.
Norse mythology Viking vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the perfect vibes.
I want to go
Yeah.
back.
I also, when I went to, I really, really, it was my first visit to Fantasia Land, and I had no idea we were going, but I've told this story on the podcast many of times, but I rode, I have never lost my glasses on a roller coaster, and I don't wear glasses straps. I've lost them twice on a roller coaster. Once on Iron Gwazi and once on Velocicoaster, and at the end of both rides, I got them back somehow.
Wow.
They sat in the bottom of the train. I have no idea how it happened. And Crazy Bats got my glasses. My first ride of the entire trip, and Crazy Bats got my glasses. And I went into the whole, and of course I was like, I don't need contacts. Like, I never wear my contacts. I'm just going to save space and not bring them. And so I was blind for the whole rest of the trip. So I also have to go back to Fantasia Land when I can actually see anything. Because this was literally like, we got there at opening, went straight to Crazy Bats because we figured like capacity wise, it was the best option to start, and glasses gone.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Crazy Bats of all coasters.
I know. I like love to tell it because I'm like, I lost these on Iron Gwazi.
Yeah. Come on.
And I lost them for good on Crazy Bats. What a tale.
Fun fact, Fantasyland's only about an hour away from Toverland.
I did know that.
Noted.
Yeah, because me and Joey, when we were coming back from the Netherlands, we were like, if we have an extra day, we ended up going to Efteling for an extra day because all of his friends were going there. But we were like, oh, should we stop somewhere along the way? Should we? And I was like, well, there's a theme park that we pass like right by. And he thought I was talking about Toverland. So he was like, do you really want to? And I was like, no, I'm talking about Fantasialand. Let's go back to Fantasialand. And that's how I learned that they're like right on the way from the Netherlands to Europa Park. Both of them. Because we were like having a completely different conversation about two different parks. Both talking about going to a park. Which, yeah, we ended up just at Efteling another day. But I need to go ride Fly.
Yes,
I need it.
You should. Yeah. It's worth
It
it.
literally broke the day. I had no idea I was going to Fantasialand. Joey picked me up at Frankfurt and drove me to Fantasialand, and I didn't notice until we were all the way in Cologne. I had no idea, and the day before, something broke in the station on Fly, so it was closed the day we were there. So
sad.
Wasn't meant to be. Maybe next time.
Once again, we keep getting distracted.
I know. This is like...
It's just too nice to talk about theme parks and roller coasters, right?
Yeah, theme parks, roller coasters, and books. It's like a very good topic episode.
Yeah. Lots of creative avenues that we all have.
Yeah.
Now, do you write at all?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I finished the first draft of a children's novel a few months ago, and I'm in the editing stage right now, but I hate editing. Editing is like the bane of my existence. It's every time I sit down, I edit like 5 to 10 pages and I'm like done.
Yeah. I hate editing because like I critique my own work so hard. I'm like, this is terrible. Why would anybody want to read this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I overthink everything.
It's really hard. The editing is really hard. So I started 2 new projects alongside it. And one of it is actually in English. So I'm really looking forward to making that something real and maybe publish it myself someday.
Are they anything to do with roller coasters or just other?
Well, there's like one major thing that connects them all together, and that's that theme parks are really heavily featured in all 3 of them.
Cool. I love that.
I love that.
It's just like, I think my biggest inspiration at this point, just going there, and then the vibes, and then stories just pop up. I don't know, or just you experience something like being stuck on Vliegende Hollander. Like that's like such a good scene. Like I had such a nice conversation with my friend who was scared at that moment, and I was like just explaining to her like, no, this is okay, because then you know the thing works. And that was just like such a nice scene that I just had to use it.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I
I
have
like
that happen all the time where just an entire like book plot pops into my head and I'm like, how? How does that even happen?
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing with creativity, right? It's it should pop into your head. If you overthink it too much, nothing comes out.
Yep. Sitting there staring at a blank page like I want to write, but I have no thoughts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's why I have multiple projects, because
Mhm.
sometimes I'm just stuck in one, and then oh, but I have a new idea, so let's go.
Follow that trail wherever it goes. I
So,
do the same thing. I have so many just like unfinished manuscripts because I just keep getting more ideas.
oh, well, that's cool. Are there other ones that you might think will publish?
Mhm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, also benefits to working or founding a publishing company is I have the ability to publish through that. So I have my first book out, which is Pyrokinetic. Working on that's going to be a 4-book series eventually if I
Oh,
ever finish
cool.
it. So I'd love to get book 2 out at some point. I have another book that is currently being edited through the publishing company. And that one's kind of a cross between Hunger Games and Maze Runner. It's kind of the similar, and that's a whole trilogy. And then I have other ones that I would love to eventually publish.
So you write series. That's like wow.
Yeah. I always think in terms of series, which is a problem because I just never have enough time to finish them.
Hmm.
But then I'm also just like, I have these entire worlds in my head, like multiple worlds.
But that's just so cool. You know, I
that's
think
so
that's really
impressive.
cool.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think
great.
that's also why theme parks are such a good fit for books, because in theme parks they visualize those worlds. They just make it real.
Yeah. And theme parks are always about like taking you out of reality, just like a break from reality to just have fun. And I feel like books are very similar for that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The best books are also really immersive, in
Hmm.
my opinion.
Yeah. And that's why I love like fantasy kind of stuff too, because it's just entirely new places and concepts for you to visualize.
Yeah. Have you maybe read anything by Robin Hobb?
I don't believe so.
No. She is really good at character work, but she has like one world where she just expands upon every time she writes a book, and it's such a nice world. It's amazing.
Oh, that sounds
I'm
really
not really good at reading like long series, but this author has been with me since the beginning, I think, of my Instagram page, and I read the books together with a friend of mine. So it's also like every time we dive into the world, we dive in together.
It's fun.
Yeah.
that sounds really cool.
I know we have a few listener questions. Do we want to dive into those?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
probably were gonna derail again, I'm sure. So
It's like I have no idea what our time is at right now because I've had to start it and stop the recording.
yeah, we're not that bad.
Nah.
We're good. Do you want to ask the first one, Allison?
Sure. Um, so from the Book Assassin, what was your first roller coaster and what was one of your favorite books growing up?
My first roller coaster, and I already told Jen this, it's the frog coaster at Duinrail. It's like a cheeky Zeder that's been demolished right now because they're gonna put another coaster in the same vein in the park. But when I was young, it was kind of a incredible coaster because it packs a little punch, you know.
Yeah, it was a lot more than I was expecting out of like a kid's roller coaster. It was kind of intense.
That is a long train too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a long train. I hope they will bring the long train back. I
Yeah,
hope they do.
it was like I was really impressed by that. I was like, it's not at all what I was expecting.
It's cute.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that's for the coaster, and for books, I think the Narnia series. I grew up quite fundamentally Christian, so there were a lot of books I was not allowed to read, especially fantasy. Like a lot of big fantasy series were coming up at that time, but the books of Narnia, C.S. Lewis was a Christian, so I was allowed to read those, and that's a really expensive universe. So again, you dive into that world completely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good series. It's a really good one. I feel like, and then like, yeah, expanded upon in movies, and
Mhm.
it's a very, yeah, they're good
Trying to think
ones.
like what my one of my first books was that I can remember. Like one of the earliest ones I remember loving was Holes.
Oh,
Oh,
me
I've read
too.
that recently. That
Oh, really?
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not really that well known in the Netherlands, but
Okay.
I thought it was a classic, and yeah, it was really cool. I liked
I
reading it.
loved that.
Yeah. I
I
remember
loved the
in
movie.
elementary school, I loved that book. I might still have a copy of it downstairs.
Yeah.
Did you reread it when you were an adult?
No, but I mean, I've watched the movie
Hmm.
a couple times.
Is it good, the movie?
I like the movie.
I
I think
love
the
that
movie's well
movie.
done.
It's one of those ones where like I think the movie does a really good job communicating what's happening in the book.
Hmm.
Um, you don't really miss anything out of it, which is
Hmm.
nice. It's a fantastic movie as well. Um, yeah, that's one of my childhood favorites too. I read it more times than once. I actually think I started to read it not that long ago, but then when I think that I might have started to read it and then stopped. I think maybe I started to learn Dutch and I stopped. But I do know I read the first like 5 or 6 chapters again. I can't remember why. But yeah, that's a fantastic book. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
really, I really like the writing style of that one. It was like quite easy, but also with kind a lot of layers to it. Yeah, I was impressed.
Yeah. I can't remember many that I read when I was like young. I feel like most of my memory with books is um high school, but I also really I love Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. It's another one that I've read um a whole bunch of times. That one came out I think when I was in middle school or high school, and it follows an autistic child um exploring, like, his father was in 9/11. He was in the towers when they collapsed, and he found something he thinks belongs to his father, so you follow him through exploring in New York City trying to find out what it means. It's just a really beautiful story.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I feel like when I was young, that was a book that I really enjoyed. And then, of course, Fahrenheit 451. That's what I
Yeah,
first
yeah,
read,
yeah.
Fahrenheit 451. My first read of Fahrenheit 451 was in the ninth grade when I guess I would have been 14.
Hmm.
Um, and I've read it almost every year since. So
Oh, really?
yeah, sometimes every other year, but I've read it probably 15 or 16 times at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, because Allison. When you read it, you'll understand. But like, it's one of those books that are like hauntingly accurate. And
Hmm. Yeah.
what's crazy is that like even if you only have a year gap, it gets more haunting with
Hmm.
every read. It's crazy. So I read that book every once in a while just to not every once in a while. I read it like once a year just to like be a little scared, I guess.
It's like a mirror. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the book was written in 1953, and
Yeah.
it's like for Ray Bradbury to have the vision that he had at that time and to watch it become very close is
Hmm.
crazy. Crazy.
That is so weird about dystopian novels. I don't know how people can think of those scenarios happening, and they really do happen, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's crazy. Like to be able to think about something you're concerned with and like the progression of that thing and like predict what will happen and have it happen is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good ones. Let's see. We can go Girls in Film is next.
Who's
She is
that?
asking what's that?
Said, who's that?
Who's that? Only Laurel XL200. What's your favorite story told at a theme park, whether it be a themed land, a ride, or a show?
Oh, whoa, that's a good question.
That's a really, and with your home park being Efteling, that's an incredible question.
Ooh, yeah. When it comes to themed lands, I think I will not choose Efteling.
Yeah,
No,
themed lands, I can see.
I really like the fairy tale storytelling in Sprookjesbos, of course, because I like fairy tales, but they are like very microcosms on its own, like
Yeah.
tiny stories that everybody knows because they are well known. So I might go. I really love Avalon in Toverland.
Okay.
Like the Arthurian theme, the way it looks, the way the story goes through the land, every attraction you are in. I think they do their storytelling really well.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have not been, I haven't seen it.
I think you know it's incredible. They added new attractions to it, and I was like maybe that would become a bit crowded in terms of storytelling, but no, they did so well. Yeah. You know, when it comes to themed lands, I really, really love Rookburg and Kloekheim, but the storytelling there, yeah, there is a story, but it's not that much told. That you see it,
Yeah.
but there is not like a story you can follow that much, you know?
Yeah, I do feel like when it comes to theming the lands,
Hmm.
Efteling isn't like because each land doesn't tell like a cohesive story. Exactly what you're
No,
saying.
no, no. They do try it with the Vogelrok area, and you know the little
Yeah,
overhaul they did, but that's about it, you know?
yeah. It's but like I feel like when it comes to the attractions, that's where they shine.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
and the Danse Macabre area is really well done when it comes to
yeah,
storytelling. I was really impressed.
yeah. That was incredible. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
really good.
I still have to read the book though, so I really looking forward to expanding the theming a bit more.
Yeah, so I also have the book. I have not started it yet. Um, but I did get the book. Someone told me that it's not super like expanding on it, like it isn't
Mm,
a standalone story that's just using the characters.
okay.
Um, kind of like the Baron book. That's what I was also told about the Baron book.
Yeah, that's not that one's not so good.
Yeah, so um I don't know. I'm interested to read that one too. I picked it up when I was in Efteling. Um
The edition is really, really, really good. It's such a nice copy. The book
yeah,
they formatted it. It's awesome.
like that's what I was like. I want to pick up a book for sure. And I saw that book in the store and I was like, this is just such a gorgeous book and like
Yeah,
everything, like presentation, even if it's awful, like I would love to have this like on my bookshelf. It's
yeah.
gorgeous. All of the Efteling books, I feel like, are really beautiful. Like the Baron one even is really beautiful.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and their fairy tale books are really good. Yeah,
Yeah. But I
yeah.
have a gripe with the fairy tale books though. They're so beautiful, except they have a paper sticker on the front.
Yeah, like the little illustration is like a paper sticker.
It's a
Yeah,
paper sticker,
yeah.
and I was like, because I was really about to get it. I was like, this is going to be I'm gonna leave with the second one because I'm really sad I did the Dance Macabre book over the fairy tale one, and I went and I looked at it, and the display had the whole entire paper sticker falling off.
Oh no.
And I was like, I'm not gonna spend this money and figure out room in my suitcase when the sticker is peeling off. It made me really sad.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, it looks beautiful,
Yeah.
but then the sticker is peeling.
Oh,
Right.
mine is still intact, but yeah, maybe it will fall off one day. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I think my next visit to Efteling, I won't have a choice. Like, I think I'm gonna end up buying it. So we'll see. Do you have an answer, Allison?
I've been sitting here trying to think of one. It's not like a character with like story or a story with characters per se, but I think of like I love Untamed and like how it's kind of the story of, you know, these like festival lands that have been overgrown, and then you get to the station and it's just the vibes are awesome in there with like the music and
Mhm.
overgrown station. I don't know if that really counts as an answer, but that's one that kind of sticks out in my head.
Yeah, it is visual storytelling, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, not a story with characters necessarily, but it is a story still.
Yeah,
I feel.
yeah.
Yeah, I think just to bring it back to Efteling,
Of course.
I liked Raveline. Is that how you say it? Raveline?
Ravelijn.
Raveline, yeah. It was. I think that was like for a show. I know that I was told by many people apparently the old version was better, but I thought that show did incredible storytelling from walking in to like the pre-show of what was happening, the story during the show. I think they did a really beautiful job theming that and telling a really interesting story. I like that.
Yeah. I do have another one now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Carnan.
Oh, why did it? Yeah. Why didn't we think about Carnan?
Like, I don't speak the language, so I didn't get it 100%, but I still could get the story from the queue. And the queue is like super immersive, very cool.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Have you been on Carnan?
No, not yet.
No, absolutely no spoilers. That is
no spoilers, please.
spoiler-free ride. But yeah, I agree. I had no idea what was being said, no idea what was going on, but still had a very clear idea of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of just general theming and like how, yeah, like just based off of what was happening around me, which I think goes to show that the theming is top tier. Because if you've never spoke the language and you can still understand fully what is happening, I think that is a very impressive thing. I will also like honorable mention to Novgorod. Novgorod, is that what it's called? Yeah, the other. Yeah, the other Gertzlauer in that park. Another one, incredible storytelling, told very clearly through. Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up because I never would have thought about. I don't know why I wouldn't have thought about Carnan and top tier. Pretty much.
I couldn't remember if you'd been on that one, so I'm glad that I remembered correctly.
Yeah, I did. That was my first trip to Germany. I went there. I also have to give honorable mention to Frontier City. Frontier City. Frontier City is the little tiny Six Flags park that no one really goes to. It has like a couple little coasters. It's kind of just like an add-on if you go to over Texas. It's like an hour or two away. However, it might be hands down the best Six Flags park theming wise ever. Like incredible. It's all Frontier themed. It's, oh my gosh, I love it. It's the best. And they have a Schwarzkopf.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's a pretty nice park. I love that park. And they have like a I don't know if there's any in Europe, but they have an Aero shuttle looper.
I don't know. No,
so they start like really high off the ground and then like dive into a single loop and then do the same thing backwards and just but they're so intense for like no reason.
They have one at Blackpool, which I was able to do.
Oh yeah, I was like, I know there's one.
Oh.
Revolution.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those. So
I have another honorable mention because circling back to Efteling again, I really have a soft spot for Villa Volta. I know it's completely in Dutch, but the story and the soundtrack, and it's just a Vekoma Madhouse, but it's so well done. It still holds up. I really love it. I can't go to the Efteling and not ride that one.
So my when I was at Efteling, Baron and Villa Volta were both closed.
No.
And my home park growing up, like the park that made me an enthusiast, had a Vekoma Madhouse, and it's considered one of the better ones in the States. Theming wise, I love it. And so that was like going Danse Macabre and Villa Volta. Like when everyone was asking me what I wanted at Efteling, and I was like Villa Volta. Like they're like, it's a Vekoma Madhouse, and I'm like, but Villa Volta. And then
But it's the OG. It's the OG.
Yeah, and it's like I loved the Vekoma Madhouse at Six Flags Great Adventure has been one of my favorite rides for years and years. Like for my family, that was like a must do every time we walked into that park. It was the only thing the entire family would do, and I loved it. And they closed they shut it down for renovation like maybe 2 or 3 days before we got there.
No.
And I was like, no, all I want is Villa Volta.
I love madhouses. They're so fun.
They're so fun. And when they're themed well, oh, Houdini's so good. And I know Villa Volta is going to be so good eventually. Oh, that was my saddest thing I missed. Like, I'm okay. Baron's just a dive coaster. Like, I know it's themed really well. I'm very excited to see it. But, give me the Vekoma Madhouse, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very good ones. I also think that even though I don't want to get into it because spoilers, I have to say most of Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Most of Epic Universe is
yeah
should be mentioned in this. Absolutely. But I don't want to go into detail because it's still a new park that everyone is trying to avoid spoilers for. So
yeah, I did my best to avoid spoilers when I did my little recap.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's any. I have one more. Sorry. Even though I don't like the coaster very much and I don't ride it that often, Iron Menace. I think
that's true.
Iron Menace is so incredibly themed. It tells a really good story walking through, especially when paired with the haunted house. Just an incredible storytelling experience. The coaster itself is fantastic, but just the quality of the coaster is not my favorite. So,
yeah, I also forget a really important one. Like Vliegende Hollander, come on.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Queue, the station, everything. Yeah. Why did I forget? Well, okay. Vliegende Hollander, yeah.
Yeah, that one is also. Oh, I just think all of Efteling takes this one really, except for the lands. Like that one, you're definitely right there. The lands don't portray stories very well, but the rides themselves are unmatched with the way that they're telling stories. You know that it's good when there's a feature on their app where they can translate it to a bunch of different languages. They have that really built into their app. That storytelling for them is so important when they build that into their app.
Yeah, that's their core business.
Yeah.
Storytelling is their core business.
Yeah, it's incredible. I can't wait to deep dive on Efteling.
One day.
Allison has to get
there. You have to go, Allison.
We need to crowdfund Allison's trip to Efteling.
Yeah. And Toverland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toverland's up there for me too.
Trust me, in my head, I'm like, how can I make Fantasyland, Toverland, Efteling trip work at one time without taking too much time off of work?
Yeah, that part's hard. Yeah. This is a good question because I do really some parks do storytelling incredible. The parks that a lot of parks don't do it at all, but the parks that do it usually do it very well.
Yeah, with a lot of care.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm gonna keep going, but we gotta mention Basement Dino Ride. Come on. Basement Dino Ride is an incredible storytelling experience. It's my favorite.
I haven't been on it.
I think I missed it too.
No! I literally have a tattoo of it
Yeah,
on
you
my
told
arm.
me.
It's literally like
Yeah.
it's so good. It literally follows. There's like having dinosaurs is like not allowed, and there's this little old lady who's hiding dinosaurs in her garden. So you go through her whole entire backyard and garden, and they're just like doing basic gardening tasks and it's so fun. And then you go through the kitchen where they're all baking a cake, and it ends at a giant birthday party for the T-Rex. It's incredible. It's just such a good storytelling experience. It makes no sense, and I love it.
Okay, that is gonna be my highlight for when I go to Europa Park again, riding that ride.
You have to. It's like the best ride ever. When I surprised our co-host Bryant, I was like tracking their location because the easiest part for me to jump in and surprise them was in France. So I ran into the park when Joey went and met them, and I was like tracking their location, and I just kept going like, can I fit in a Basement Dino Ride? Cool. And I literally was like lapping Basement Dino Ride waiting for them.
Jeez.
Most people would lap Can Can. Nope. I was very happy on Basement Dino Ride. It's almost always like you walk right onto it. It's incredible. I love it. Sorry. Okay, now I'm done. I swear I'm done. This question was so good.
It's just storytelling is like amazing if it's well done.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what the theme is, like Basement Dino, right? Yeah, okay. It sounds freaky or weird, but
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah, it's the most bizarre story ever, but to tell a bizarre story, like even if it makes no sense, like the effort to put into that storytelling is
yeah.
I do like that, like Six Flags parks, Cedar Fair parks are putting in a little more effort for story and theming. Like obviously like Iron Menace, but I think of like Siren's Curse is another one where they are actually investing a little bit of time and money into creating that story.
Yeah. I definitely am happy to see the improvements
Mm-hmm.
That are being made for some of those parks. I think another good example is King's Dominion, like that whole Pantheria jungle section.
Yeah. Like Rapterra.
Yeah.
The ride experience isn't the best, but it's still cool theme and kind of continuing the story of what was on that plot of land before.
Yeah, which is very cool.
The volcano and crumbles or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah, it's nice to see parks
trying.
Like, putting more effort into it, because some of the best parks just do storytelling well.
Yeah, and we don't even talk about IPs here, right? So that's an all other part of storytelling.
Yeah, that's really, I think that's really important that we haven't said a single IP, because one of my biggest complaints about Disney at this moment is that every single thing is IP and not original, which is great to bring in young kids who know the IPs, but I feel like it destroys the charm of the parks. Yeah. The original storytelling to me is like so important. Yeah, so I think it just is very telling that we didn't bring up a single IP.
Yeah.
I mean, we mentioned Epic Universe, which is just entirely IP, but
but okay, that's a new park.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do, it is incredibly IP. It is incredibly IP, but I still think they do a better storytelling part. I still think with the IPs, they do better storytelling in that park than at this point in the Disney company's life in the US parks.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like we're getting a much more cohesive experience there. But yeah.
All right. So last question is from Chris Leonard and said, what's been a park or ride that inspired one of your works?
And one of my works would It means, I think he means like pictures or.
Yeah, I think I would say so.
Yeah.
Or just like, what's your favorite book and coaster combination you've come up with?
Oh, that's a really good question. The first thing that comes to mind is the Norse mythology book inspired, yeah, fantasy inspired Norse mythology book I brought to Taron. I think those fitted so well together. It was just, I'm most of the time I snap my pictures pretty quickly. It's like just when I'm standing around or I don't want to inconvenience people, and it's just click, 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 done. So that one was incredibly quick, but I just love the composition of it, and it just fits with Klugheim so good. So that one is one that comes up. Oh, that's a hard question. I think I just, not all combinations are like really 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 good, but
Right.
that one just clicked completely. Let me see if I can find another one that I thought it was really good. You know, sometimes you have a like with Efteling, the Baron book with Baron. Yeah, that those belong together, but it's not really creative because you know, oh, I just snap a picture with that book with Baron because just because. So
Yeah.
I prefer to come up with maybe some weirder combinations. The one you posted on Instagram, Almost Flying, I think that one was really nice put together too, because Almost Flying is a middle grade coming of age, uh, also queer coming of age, and yeah, the coaster in question is rainbow colored, and it just blended.
Yeah,
I
that
like
makes
the
sense.
coaster a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Stephen King actually had a book called Dance Macabre.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a nonfiction. So he writes about horror films in that book.
Oh, really? I did not
Yeah,
know that.
yeah. I had to stop reading because he's kind of spoilery about a lot of movies, and I haven't watched enough like 70s or 60s horror movies, so I had to I had to stop reading.
Yeah. That's interesting. Um I didn't know he did any nonfiction. I thought that he was all fiction. That's very interesting.
Oh, yeah. He also has a book on the writing process.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I
it's
have heard
called
about that
On
one.
Writing too.
I didn't know that. Interesting. He's not, I have to admittedly say, where one of my favorite books is The Shining, and
Yeah, good one.
movies, yeah, like love it. I'm not a fan of Stephen King. He gives me such, like, I think he's incredible, but for me he's so descriptive that he gives me such reading fatigue,
Mm.
that after I like finish one of his books, I need like a month or two break from reading. They're like very mentally taxing for me. Which is amazing because of how descriptive he is. If you can read them, they're awesome. But for me, he's so descriptive that I just get very like tired. I have a copy of Doctor Sleep that I've been wanting to read it for years. And I can't bring myself to read it because I'm like, I know I'm going to read it and then not read anything else for a month or two. But
I like Stephen King too. Sometimes, not. I've been reading quite a lot of him, but this year I just stopped. Somehow, maybe I will pick him up again. But when I do, I tend to take his books to a fun fair instead of a theme park.
I feel like that would be a better vibe for them. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just the vibe I get from those books.
I just
Yeah.
realized I have taken a few pictures of books at Kings Island. Now that I think about it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you did a whole entire trip where you
Yeah,
took.
well, yeah, I did a thing for my publishing company where I was trying to get some like pictures of books in the wild. So I had a few books with me at Kings Island and got some good photos there.
Oh, cool.
I'll send you that post because I had
Oh,
fun with that.
I want to see them. No, it's really hard to pick like the ones that I really felt like clicked, because there were just some books that I go an extra length for, and that's mostly for indie publishers or indie authors or authors I know, because I know how important it is for them to just have a nice picture or a nice post. And so I try to make the post even more nice for them.
Let's see. I just sent one to you.
Oh,
That's
let
the
me
one
see.
that's like the most like.
Woo! Oh, I like it with the carousel.
Yeah, it's a book about like possessed German carousel horses.
Okay, now I have to read it now.
And I kind of want to read that too.
I did one. I tried to do one like in front of Beast, but they didn't really have any good clear spot I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna like spam you on Instagram real quick.
It's
You have to
fine.
take the haunted carousel horse to the haunted carousel at Dorney Park. That book, you have to bring it to the haunted carousel at Dorney Park.
There's a haunted carousel.
Yes. The haunted horse is no longer on it, and you're not allowed to take haunted pictures of the haunted horse. The haunted horse lives at the Cedar Point Carousel Museum,
Ooh.
or the Sandusky Carousel Museum, but the actual carousel itself was moved from Cedar Point to Dorney Park, and it's haunted.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have to send you a copy of that book to take pictures for me.
Yeah, I'd say take pictures with the haunted horse, but the whole entire thing is that like anyone who took pictures with the horse, there was like weird things that happened and things broke, and like a lot of the hauntedness is about taking pictures of the horse.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so apparently it was like the designer's wife's favorite horse or something, and so she haunts the horse. There's a whole entire website about it, and if you go to Sandusky Carousel Museum, there's like they tell the story about it. So
I've
they
been
just
wanting to go there too.
they just
Yeah,
removed the
to go there.
horse from the carousel and then sent the carousel to Dorney Park.
That's so
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
What is it with haunted carousels anyway? Like, I just read Something Wicked This Way Comes. You know, there's a really weird carousel in that one too.
I've never read that book. I have to read it. It's been on my list for years and years, but I have not read that one.
I had a nice picture for that one too. But that was when I had not read it yet, because Ray Bradbury's writing style is a bit hard for me to get into. So I
Yeah.
had a nice audiobook, because I really love his stories, but his writing style is just, I don't know, so lyrical in some way.
Yeah, I could see that. It's funny that I've never read any of his I think that I tried to read one or two of his other books like way back in high school, and I couldn't really get into them. I should try and read this one.
Yeah, it's cool. I think I'm gonna repost that picture, because I read it like a few weeks ago. I finished it, so now I can write a proper a proper review of it, because the
Yeah.
other one was like, no, I just stopped it. But here's the picture anyway.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. There are some good
There's some good.
combos. Yeah, there's some good. I can't get my words out at this point. Yeah.
But I'm really interested in reading that Dream Thieves book now.
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of a novella.
Oh, even better. I love short form novels.
Hold on. It's not like super short. I have all of our books right by me. But yeah, it was fun designing the cover for it. But yeah, apparently it's a really good horror book. Yeah, so I do have it.
It's cool. Yeah.
The cover's really cool. I like it.
I need to read more horror. I love horror movies, but finding a good horror book.
Yeah. I feel like it's really hard to find multiple horror books. Like there's so many different styles
A lot, yeah.
in horror that I feel like it's really hard to find like a lot in a style that you like.
Yeah.
Like Gone Girl is one of my favorite like thriller horror books. I love it. I've read it a couple times and I've tried I've tried similar ones, but they're just written in styles that don't like hit me as well. Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't typically read horror.
No?
No, not typically. I'm trying to even think like the last like horror thing that I read. But I don't know.
Would you love to read mine if it's done?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, we will happily be proof readers.
Yay! That's nice.
Yeah, I will especially take your Dutch ones because I'm always looking for Dutch books to
I
read.
think you are going to love the first one. I think you especially are going to love it. I'm not going to say any more, but I think you're going to love it.
I'm very excited. I'm always looking for Dutch books to read.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last time I came back, I came back with like 6 books shoved in my bag that was clearly too big for me to be traveling with, and got stopped by like border control, and they're like, like trying to like ask me to go like have my bag checked because I didn't claim anything, and I'm like, I have a bag full of Dutch books. Like this is all I brought back. Like so.
It's making me want to go back and write more at least.
Yeah, an inspirational episode.
Yeah.
Like I had my one like kind of theme parky book that I'd started writing, and I have the whole like plot for it, but it's not one that I'm gonna finish writing, and I'm kind of sad about that.
Wait, is that the one you shared the thing with me?
Probably.
Yeah.
It was like a paranormal horror thing. It was very inspired by the haunted mine drop in Colorado, and then right as I kind of started writing it, the accident happened on that ride.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I do
Yeah.
not feel
Okay, I
comfortable writing that whole
understand.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what bad timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was called The Capture of Caramine Park. I had a whole plot for it figured out. I might try to do something different with it in the future, but
Yeah, I feel like you can maybe adjust it a little bit.
something. Yeah.
And because the plot, I read through it sounded very interesting. Maybe just update the actual place that it happens. Maybe.
I did start writing a horror book, even though I don't read horror. I started writing one. I sent you a couple things from that too, Jen. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you sent me 2. I remember reading both of them.
What's it about?
That one is about which one? The horror one?
The latest horror one.
It's basically about a serial killer artist who uses murders to inspire her works.
Wow.
It's the one the one like excerpt that I had written was very dark, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of spooky.
You can I you know with the children's books I'm writing, it's like very light, not really light, but it's like correct or nice, but it's really cool to now also write horror and just pour every dark thing on the paper, like puke it all out. It doesn't matter.
I always want to like write some of these things, but then I wonder like, are people going to judge me and my thoughts for coming up with these stories?
Oh no, I don't think so. Because a lot of people like to read dark things because when you read it, it's not that close. It's like a safe way to interact with something dark.
Yeah. We'll see if I end up doing anything with that. Again, too many stories, not enough time.
Yeah. And it takes so much effort to finish something.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a...
And finish it in a way that you're proud of it, too.
Yeah. Yeah. that you think it's actually good. Yeah.
Good for the world to experience as well.
Yeah. So well done for writing and publishing a book.
Hey, you too, to be fair. Not
Yeah,
published yet, but still.
it's not published yet, so it's not done. But I was really happy when I finished my first draft. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
big
even
step.
that's a huge accomplishment. Like that is figuring out the entire plot,
Mm-hmm.
all of the intricacies. Like that's a huge accomplishment too.
Yeah.
Like whether you're published or not, you are an author.
That's something I can't accept just yet, but it's true.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we spoke about a lot of things here.
Yeah.
I know. We
It's
get
also
What's gonna happen?
interconnected.
Yeah, we get into like we have a good habit of derailing and getting into a lot of different topics
Yep.
in an episode. But yeah, I think this brings us to the end of the episode.
Yeah,
Feels like a good circle.
I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. We appreciate you coming on so much. You have no
Sure.
idea how excited we were to get you on and be able to pick your brain because, as you can tell, we both really like roller coasters and books.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so honored to be just asked to be on this podcast.
course.
You know, I've never done anything like this or at like a podium to just talk aside from my Instagram where I just spew my thoughts. So yeah, this is really nice. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was a fun one. I like when it's just more of a conversation than an interview.
Yeah, but that's just how it goes sometimes, you know, when you click on certain stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I guess I need to do a shameless plug for myself. Go buy my book, Pyrokinetic. It's on Amazon or wherever. And then
Yes.
whenever Anne publishes her book, we will post about that as well, for sure.
Yay!
Yes, and if you don't already and you have a books and roller coaster interest, go follow Books and Roller Coasters to see Anne's posts as they come out.
I'm excited to see the next ones that you're going to come up with.
No, thank you.
Now I
This
need
is
to go
so
take
nice.
pictures of books and roller coasters.
And also, if you want to collaborate on a picture or that I repost something with a book that I will read, then just give me a message.
Yeah. Perfect. Very exciting.
Remember to always #ThinkInverted. I don't know why I still do that every time.
Because it's so good. Remember to #ThinkInverted.
So cheesy. But
That's good.
we'll see you for the next episode.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.